Right, we are live, I think. So, good morning, Biliana.
Good morning.
So you can hear me. I hope the audience can hear us as well. So if you want to leave any questions or if you have any comments while we do this Google Hangout, just under the screen, like somewhere here, there is a section for your comments. You can ask your questions throughout the Google Hangout, and myself and Biliana will be answering them probably towards the end, or it depends on the questions. We'll check them out. I have two colleagues as well writing them down and passing them on. So we will be able to make it a tiny bit interactive. So we are here today for the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs project Insight. So we have a new entrepreneur, Biliana Peteva, which you see on screen, and you will hear about in a second. Has started her own business recently, and before that, she had the idea of her business, and in order to help this business idea develop, she thought Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs would be an interesting program to join. So the business that you're involved with, Biliana, the one you're starting, is called askmefordesign.com. And you can tell us a tiny bit more about how did you come up with this idea? What's your background, basically?
Okay, I come up with the idea for this business because I was studying graphic design in our University of Arts. So I started to do graphic design. I was working in companies that do graphic designs, and I was really interested about this, and now have so many opportunities about this because all companies, they have web pages, they have logos and everything. So I decided this could be a really good opportunity, and I started looking for some way to do it. And like this, I found this program that could help me to teach me the things that I missed in my education, and that can show me how to make one company and to be successful the company.
So what was the main thing you felt was missing from your education? Like, what could you get from an entrepreneur you couldn't get from school? What's your idea?
Okay, from my school, I get all the education of design that I could have, but nothing about business. So this was really important for me because the business is important part of the design, because so many people could be graphic designers, but if you don't know how to make your business working, you can be just freelancer and that's all. And you will not be
for other people all the time, and
yeah.
and you wanted to be your own boss. That's a
Yeah.
key.
Yeah, this is important because to be your own boss is better.
Okay, so you heard about Erasmus. So how did that happen? Did you just Google it, or how did that arrive to you?
Okay, before 1 year, when I was in Spain again, I met one girl that she was preparing herself to do the same project, but she didn't explain me a lot. She just told me that it's one project for young entrepreneurs. So this was everything. And after I started looking for it in web pages, in internet and blogs, and like this, I found out more.
And you had a little issue when you registered, because at the time there was well, there were no support offices in Bulgaria for the project.
Yeah.
So you had to find somebody to support you, because that's how it works. You need to register with somebody, with an organization that will so check your application and fund your stay abroad. So what did you do to in that case?
Yes, I found out that in Bulgaria we have only one of this kind of organizations, but they were not so supportive. And also I found out that I cannot apply with them. So I texted the support email of Erasmus program, and they told me that I could choose from any other country, some organization that could help me. So I started looking for to send emails, and I was looking for somebody that could be interested in my project. So like this, I found you.
Okay, so you found us. So that's the thing. Normally, your application should go to a local office, a local organization that should be able to support you. But in your case, how Erasmus works, it works in cycle. And your organization in Bulgaria was finishing their cycle, they were finishing their funding, and they were not continuing with the activities. So outside of Bulgaria, that's why E4IC based in the UK took you on. And yeah, well, what happened is you sent me your application. Well, we had quite a few exchanges by email, by Skype. It's a fairly long process just to get things started. What do you think? Was it long, painful?
Yeah, it was long and complicated, I think, but in the end was good because I think that the things if that they happen fast, they are not so good and you don't enjoy after them so much. So better if it's a little bit difficult. I had friends that they asked me about the program, and when I explained that it's not so easy, but it's really good to apply because it's amazing opportunity, they were, yes, but it's a little bit difficult. Maybe it's better another program. And I was, okay, you can choose, but this is really good program.
Yes.
So,
Well, we try to make it as easy as possible. In your case, as there were no representative in Bulgaria, it had to go around some different corners. So basically, to register, you needed to provide your CV as well as a business plan.
yeah.
The business plan, I guess, is the first time you ever wrote one.
Yes.
Template, or what did you do?
So I didn't study anything about business in my university, as I told already. So I was looking for some information in internet, how have to be, how looks one business plan and everything. And I have some friends that they know about it, so they helped me with the financial part was the most difficult for me. So they helped me with the table, with the numbers and everything. But in the end, yeah, I did it.
Yeah,
Was not so easy, but I did it for 2 weeks or something like this. Was not so long period of writing.
yeah. The business plan is usually a challenge for every new entrepreneur. It is quite useful to do, and hopefully you will tell us in a second that it is useful to do. But the financial part is the part that everybody finds quite complicated because you have no idea really about the numbers. Are your services worth? How much can you expect to sell or to win in terms of contracts? It's really difficult. It's really a finger in the air kind of exercise. Of the project is to give you support in developing that and to give you some guidelines on how to get going. And the financial plan is really all about looking at researching the market, showing that you understand who are the players and taking it from there. So from your business plan, you made a competitors analysis. You had to look at who's around. Probably you looked a bit at their pricing. So for starting now, as you did, has it been a useful tool?
Yes, for me it was useful. Just for me it was difficult because I didn't know what have to include inside, how I have to explain it good and things. But after when I read in internet, when I see some examples, I found it out and I explain it by my words, like my experience. Because when I was working as graphic designer and in other companies, I saw the prices, I saw how it works more or less. So I had something that I already know it and wasn't so difficult to find out the competitors or their prices or their kind of work because I already know about some companies in Bulgaria that I could choose them.
Yeah, okay, very, very good. So you had this idea, you had your application submitted, approved. So now, quite a long and difficult job is about finding a host. So you had an idea, you wanted to go to Spain.
Yes, I wanted to. Oh, okay, because before this project, I was in Spain another time for another Erasmus project, and I learned a little bit of Spanish. And I think that Spanish is one of the most important languages in the world after Chinese and English, because for me it was almost impossible to learn Chinese. So I decided that it's better to come back in Spain because I have some level. I had some level of the language, so I decided it will be good if I can learn more and I can find more people to work with them here in Spain. And the countries that people speak Spanish are more, so it's better for the business. So I decided that will be Spain, but I didn't thought that will be so difficult to find some company that wants me to be in the company. Here, okay, I have some problems and was long period to find out the company because here people are not checking their emails. They don't care so much about the other things. They work from 11 to 2 and they're free after, and they don't care so much about this, and they're so slow in reporting. And when they read the email, they can respond after 1 month or something like this. They're not so big workers. So this was a big problem. But
I'm not sure we can say that they are working very hard, but in a different way from probably the Bulgarian way.
Yeah.
So you looked yourself for hosts and you contacted many companies.
Yeah, I was sending emails every day to every company that I found around here, and in the end, I found out one accelerator of startups that was interested to help me. So it was good because I met so many startups, and I met them, I speak with them, and I see their problems, and like this, I understand a lot about the law in Spain, how they create the companies, what they have to do, and this. So it was really good that I found accelerator. I think that this is better than another company because in the accelerator you can learn from the beginning what you have to do, because when you're in another company that is more than 3 years already working, they have another kind of problems maybe.
Yeah, so you basically work with the head of the accelerator, with hosting you and supporting you, and also introducing you to loads of events and other companies that are based in the same place. So you benefit at the same time from the host, as well as everybody else that is around that is in the same boat as you in some way.
Yes,
so double.
Yes, in the place that I was working was one big office with startups, and also was one hall that there were presentations of startups, what they did, how they did it, what kind of problems they had. So I was learning in every moment that I had free. I was in these presentations, and was really helpful for me because I was working in a company that was already working good, and in the same time I could see the new startups, how they work, how they function.
So you get both examples, and I guess the contacts you made with these other companies will be useful for your development.
Yeah, I think so.
Good. Well, that's good to hear. And in terms of your engagement with your host, so it's something that you've met him many times. Well, during the let's take a step back maybe, because we went a bit too far. But so you agreed to do the exchange, and upon agreement, what you had to do is develop a commitment plan, an activity plan between the two of you. So this document that will drive the 4 months you have spent together has been something you've developed together. And was it a challenge to develop it? How? Because you just said in Spain it might be a bit slow to get special documents done.
Okay, for me, I decided maybe I should come to Spain for a few days just to finish everything, because when you're in the office of somebody and you say, do it now, do it now, do it now, because I need it, is better for them. So I came for 1 week here just to can finish all the documents and to fill everything. And I was sitting there until they didn't finish it. So this was the way that I did, because in the other way, I could still waiting for it.
Yeah, that sometimes is challenging. The normal way is to get the document done, well, online by exchanging, but this time it did not happen. That's not the normal way, but it's yeah. So it got done. You agreed on it, and how has it been in terms of the development of it? You've worked following the plan, or you've adapted it quite a bit?
Yeah, we were adaptive because some things they like some like some events they were in another time, so we were moving like flexible about the our plan. Just we were trying to follow it more or less, just to I go through all the points, not in the same time that I should go, but at least to go through them, because some things they happen before the month that was in the plan and some things after. So
Yeah, it's flexible anyway, but it's
yeah.
good that you follow more or less the ideas, and you went through that. Okay, so you've been there for 4 months now,
Yeah.
and you set up your website, and you're ready to go to find clients. What have you done for your business itself? So you've registered the business, you've started the website. Can you tell us a bit more about this?
Yes, so I decided it's good moment to start while I'm here, just to prepare myself, and because in the company I could have some help for it. So I create my website, I just register it and I create it by myself. I write it in English and in Bulgarian, and I'm trying to do it in Spanish now. So I was creating these things, and also here in Spain, the law is that if you don't have for first invoice, you don't have to create your company by law. So this is good because now I can work. I can looking for clients. I can send offers and everything, and in the same time, I don't need to make this paperwork if I will not stay here to work with this company. So it's
Yeah.
good. In Bulgaria, it's not in the same way. So when I come back in Bulgaria, first I have to create my company, and after to start the other things, like the documents part and everything. Here is easier, I think, for the startups.
So are you planning to go back to Bulgaria in the near future, or you start first finding clients in Spain and then you go to Bulgaria? What's the plan for the future? Where do you want to be in the next month or years? Bulgaria first or Spain first? Has it changed from the start
Yeah.
in your thinking?
Yeah, I was wondering all the time if I should stay here or I should go back to Bulgaria, because for me Bulgaria will be easier more or less because of the language barrier and everything. But also here I can see that the companies they have better support. The startups they have so much accelerators and have so many easier easier parts here than in Bulgaria, because in Bulgaria people are not so open in these kind of things. So I will stay here a little bit more. Just I don't know how much exactly, but I will stay here a little bit more, looking for clients. And after I will come back in Bulgaria, I will fix the document part of my company, and I will start to work online firstly, because I don't need office when I'm alone, and I can travel and looking for clients around Europe.
Yeah, so really the idea for you is not just to limit yourselves to clients in Bulgaria. You will look for clients anywhere in Europe. Your
Yeah.
mind is really open to that. And did the project help you have this European-minded business, or is it the same as you were before? You were always thinking Bulgaria in terms of client base.
Okay. Mm. Before I was thinking that I will come back in Bulgaria because for me will be easier there, because I didn't know how open is here the work for the startups. So I found it out by the project, and I'm really happy because now I know that I can do it easier here than in Bulgaria, even if the language of my level of Spanish is not so high. I can do it here even with this. So I think that it's
Okay.
better.
So there is a European business, loads of connections possible anywhere, basically. So if you're looking for a designer, so it's web design that you're doing.
I'm doing graphic and web design, yeah.
Graphic and web design. Well, currently your exchange is happening in Valencia, in Spain. But where are you from in Bulgaria? Sorry.
Okay, in Bulgaria, I'm from one little town. The name is Lovech, but usually I live in Sofia since 10 years or more. So. Yeah.
So if people want to contact you for graphic design or for questions, then they go to your website, I guess. So I repeat, the website is askmefordesign.com. Well, now we have some questions from the public as well. So are you ready to answer some of them?
Yeah.
Yes, you're ready. Okay. Well, basically, a few questions. Let me quickly read through them. Yeah, some are quite outside of just the business fair. So you helped your business by going there, but some people say, as a person, what do you think you gained apart from the business idea of learning how to run the business? What did it bring to you to go to Spain? Thing, open-minded, European.
Yeah,
Speaking about
open-minded, and for me to travel is important because you ever can see other cultures, and this is ever giving you more and more. Also, like I said, I learned so much more Spanish, and this I think will help me not only for the business and for speaking with people here and to live better, because in Spain it's important to know Spanish because they're not so open about English. And also here the culture is so different than in Bulgaria, so I learned a lot of things, and personal, how to make paella, how to make tortilla de patatas and this kind of things. And here people live really, they're easygoing and they're not in a rush, never. And this is good because in Bulgaria you're ever in a rush, and I like this kind of way of living. So yeah.
Very interesting. So would you be prepared? Well, as Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs, you can only do one exchange. So you chose to go to Spain, and for this program, that's it. As a new entrepreneur, you cannot take part again in the scheme. In the future, when you will have more than 3 years experience of running your business, you can become a host. But yourself as an entrepreneur now that has spent time away from your country, would you be interested in doing a similar exchange in another place, like, I don't know, France, Germany, wherever, to get a similar experience? Do you think it will bring extra benefits to you?
Oh, for sure will bring benefits because, okay, before I was thinking to go to France too, because before I used to live in France also. So I was wondering between the two countries because they're some of the most powerful in European Union, and Germany too. So I was watching and thinking what to do, but for sure, if somebody have opportunity to do it 2 or 3 times in different countries, will benefit so much because you can find more partners, you can find so much more things about the other countries and how they work, how people work there.
Yeah, a lot of learning. Okay, so in terms of your host entrepreneur, you shared ideas with him, and do you think these ideas were appreciated? Were some implemented in his business? How did you see your collaboration?
Okay, it was not so easy in the beginning to put the things going on because they had some ideas like I should do more things for them than for myself, and we were a little bit making some. We just fixed the things from the beginning because I didn't want this to be lose a time that I'm working for them, just doing things that they need, and after for me nothing. So from the beginning, it's really good to say what do you want to do exactly, because if your host is not good in this, I think that this will be lose a time. You lost the opportunity to learn.
Yeah, totally right. So what kind of things have you done, for example, that you think they will implement in the future for their activities? Contacts with Bulgaria, maybe?
Okay, they were not so interested to make their business in Bulgaria because Bulgaria is a small country and people are not so open for this kind of things. We have only one accelerator in Bulgaria and they were not interested to work with it. But I was doing for them things with English, emails, and also presentations of the company that they can use, looking for investors and these kind of things that they could help them, and also designs, of course, for their application, for the web page.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, I'm just trying to look. I've got quite a few questions, but you covered most of them during the talk we had. So maybe just some advice to the new entrepreneurs that are currently watching this Google Hangout. What was the most challenging for you in the whole process? Where did you think it's too much? I'm fed up with it. It's too hard. Whether it's the application process, the finding the host, what was the most challenging for you?
Okay, I think the most challenging is to get all the information on what you have to do. For me, this was like, oh my God, so much work like this, that you have to apply from the website, you have to write your business plan and everything. This for me was like really hard job because I didn't have any idea how to do it, and I have to learn it first how to do it and after to do it. So I think that this was the most hardest part for me, not to find out the cost, but this for the business plan. And my friends that like I said, I spoke with some of them about this project and they were interested. When they hear about the process of applying, they were like, oh no, it's too much work. So I think that this stopped more people to do it, but it's good to do it. For me, it was hard, but now when I did it, I'm really happy that I just did it.
Okay. Well, I hope it was not, well, it's apparently sounding hard, but I hope I was able to assist you then. And the other question will be, a lot of people are currently looking for hosts. And for you, you said loads of messages to many people, primarily in Spain. You tried also France?
No, I was sending only. I was sending only in Spain because my French wasn't good, and before when I was trying to go to France, everybody was asking me how French do you speak because we don't speak English, blah blah blah, and I really didn't want to have one company that nobody can speak with me in English and can translate anything for me in English. So I prefer to go in some place that I already know some part of the language, because in the company here, only one person were speaking with me in English, and from the first day I have one really big meeting that they were speaking about financial parts of the company in Spanish, and I was totally lost. So it's important to go in some place that you can understand what they speak, even if it's not in English, because sometimes they're busy to translate for you.
So the advice to the new entrepreneurs is go to a good level.
My advice is just be sure that they will speak with you in English. That they will have time for you to speak in English, or if you go in country that you don't know the language there.
And in terms of finding the host, because you contacted so many, did you find a lesson out of all the contacts you made and didn't get to be your host? And is there a lesson on what didn't work in contacting all the others compared to the one that worked? What was attractive to this one to host you and not the others? Depends on what to do, what to say in order to find a host.
Okay, when I was sending my emails, I was looking for companies that they work with design, that they're interested in the project, and I was sending many emails that maybe I have 5 or 10 answers or less. So this company was responding to me often, so I thought that this is the better way to choose some company that will help me, not to wait 3 weeks for some answer. They were more interested, and I think that for me, I thought that for me it would be good to be in this company. So it's just the feeling that you have with these people, because you will spend with them a few months, and it's good if they're good to you.
Yeah, no, good points. Well, I think unless you want to share some different idea, I think that's very good. Thank you, Biljana, for your talk. Anything else, or you're okay?
I just want to say that it's really good people to do it, and I'm ever telling that if you work hard for something, after you enjoy it more. So just don't be scared from the bunch of work that you have to do for this, and do it, because will help you for sure a lot. If you want to start your own business, it will be good for you.
Thank you. That's a great sentence to end on. Thanks all. Thanks, Biljana, first for your time and for your exchange now. Thank you for watching this Google Hangout. The next one, we have one planned on the 9th of June. And this one will be with a new entrepreneur based in the UK. And this new entrepreneur started a business after her exchange. And we are going to speak with her about what happens after 1 year. So 1 year after her exchange, she did it in Italy, and she's back in the UK, started a business, and it could be interesting for Anna to see what happens 1 year after. So thanks a lot, and see you at the next event. There will be a message going to your intermediary organizations with the announcement of the next event. And for today, that's all. So
thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.